Welcome to a special edition of Spitbucket tonight, where we come to you live from Spitbucket HQ, the home of Sauvignon Blanc. No, it's not the home of Sauvignon Blanc. It's the home of many things, but it's not the home of Sauvignon Blanc. But tonight is the Sauvignon Blanc appreciation event called Look SB. And if you're looking on Twitter, that's the hashtag LookSB, LOOKSB. So follow along and taste away and join us as we try and see whether Sauvignon Blanc has a lot more to offer than perhaps it's being accused of at the moment. It's a controversial grape. It's the reason Ken's not sitting beside me, because we have to pay him extra if you make him try Sauvignon Blanc. And we couldn't afford it tonight. So just me, we're gonna try 3 wines very quickly, because I know you're busy to, you've got to taste your own wines there. We've got Nepenthe Patraea Sauvignon Blanc 2010 from the Adelaide Hills. Nepenthe, a bit of a pioneer for Sauvignon Blanc in the Adelaide Hills. So I'm expecting something interesting. The main thing to say about this wine, it has had some oak influence. So we'll see if that comes through. On the nose, getting that wild character, which is makes sense because Sauvignon Blanc, the origin of the name Sauvignon is sauvage in French, where Sauvignon Blanc really originates from. So definitely getting that slightly wilder hint. Very, very attractive nose, but quite minerally, quite savoury, not too intense on the fruit spectrum. On the palate, inevitably a little bit more fruit comes through. And it's probably quite a nice balance of the green end of the spectrum and the tropical end of the spectrum, which is what you're looking for in a good Sauvignon Blanc. And again, that little bit of wildness and oak influence is really interesting. So, like this wine, you can find this wine for $29.99, and I'm going to give that wine a 91 points. I think it's a really smart bottle, so look out for that. Moving quickly on, we've got the Taltarni 3 Monks Fume Blanc 2010, which draws fruit from both Victoria and Tasmania. And this again has seen a little bit of oak as well, where it was fermented in oak barrels. This one was aged, this one fermented. So what do we get here? Interesting variation on the first one. It's not so much the wildness, but it's the creaminess where the oak has played a part in the winemaking there. So I'm actually getting quite a creamy nose. And the fruit is a nice, again, there's some apples, but there's also a little bit of that kind of guava and passion fruit in there. So a nice blend of different fruit characters. Pretty alive fruit-wise, nice acid. Whoa, yeah, nice acid in there, plenty of acid. And that creaminess comes through again on the palate. So interesting how the oak is different between those two, and it's produced a different wine. So score-wise and availability-wise, you can find this quite widely as well as this one, at $24 for the Taltarni. And I'm going to score that one at 89. I just prefer the savoury element of that one to the creaminess of that one. And moving on, finally we come to the spiritual home of Sauvignon Blanc, and that's France, and in particular Sancerre. Pascal Jolivet is a very well-liked producer there who really shot to fame in the 90s. And so we're expecting I would be expecting a flinty, minerally style here. But what I'm getting is really intense grapefruit juice. Literally, like you've walked downstairs in the hotel, you've got the buffet breakfast, and you poured some grapefruit juice. And I love grapefruit juice. Don't get me wrong, I love Sancerre. So I'd be happy with this for breakfast in my hotel. But yeah, beautiful grapefruit flavour, but quite dominating. A little bit more complexity on the palate. Bit of spice, bit of texture, but still, wow, grapefruit central, which wasn't what I was expecting at all with that wine. Still very pleasant, and if you like intense, fruit-driven, but not grassy or herbaceous styles of Sauvignon Blanc, definitely give that one a try. And I'm also going to go to 89 points for that one. So, and that one's a little bit more expensive, so that's going to cost you $39.99. So anyway, I think that sums up Sauvignon Blanc quite nicely. 3 styles which are not necessarily what I was expecting, and that's a perfect thing for Sauvignon Blanc. Let's not get stuck with Sauvignon Blanc is just an identikit wine, tastes the same from whatever bottle, whatever region. It's actually got a lot of interest that can be gained, and some of that's from the winemaking that we're seeing here. It's not necessarily just from the grape, which is interesting as well. So enjoy your Sauvignon Blancs tonight. Raise a glass with me. Leave a comment at the bottom of the video, or use the hashtag LukeSB, or have a chat to us on Twitter or Facebook at Spitbucket. And here's cheers to many more interesting styles of Sauvignon Blanc. And join us again on Spitbucket, where we spit so you don't have to.